Alright, so gusto ko yung episode din concentrate lang on Kawa, but on a raccoon yung tata. Otokawa almost ran over kasi nag-games si Tanaka. He was so caught up with the games, muntik na siyang mundol ni Otokawa. Because of that, he lost the rare item he worked 4 years to acquire in that game. In that sense, he's blaming Otokawa. Then, ayun, nakita niyo na si Otokawa, ginamit niya. Remember, he has that gun in his shopping bag. Nakabubuhay niya yung isang Asian na sinakyan niya tawag ito? Naging president din yung Otokawa. Talk about coincidences. Overall, it's a decent episode, right? It's a decent episode. Basing, I don't know, because I was going like this. Right? I probably didn't find this backstory that too interesting, right? But the pace was slow, right? Bottom line, the pace was slow enough to make me close off, make me almost like this, right? Flow-wise, but their gear shifts rather heavy. First of all, his first encounter with H 11, right? Where this 11 guy, I don't know, guy or girl, scammed him out of 100,000 yen. Wow, okay, what a scam it was. He did not erase for 100,000 yen using his dad's credit card. Tapos hindi pala tumating, hindi deliver sa bahay niya. So, natural, magagalit ng iPad. Binigay siya sa galit. Second gear shift came and, well, I don't know if it's a stroke of luck. This raccoon is really lucky. In the game, Zune, well, he almost got run over by Otokawa. He meets Stage 11 again, who is number 1 in the rankings. So, kanya siguro, yan na, parang na para gumante. That's when that triggered him to get that rare as much as possible. And he's necessary, kumbaga. Final shift came when, of course, he saw Otokawa again. Right? Tinatang yung mga Otokawa eh. That's a very recognizable place. So, hinabol niya. And he thought that he would catch up to Otokawa's taxi. You know, okay? I would give this episode of that. O may bigatan ng gear shift. May kabigatan ng mga gear shift. Plot-wise, kaya ito ang haba ng backstory. Right? I think it pulled up the first 2/3 of the episode. Mala Reiner sa Titan final season. Yung haba. No, not that long. It's not as long as Reiner's backstory took almost 2 episodes. Ito, in fairness naman sa episode na to, isa yung what the fuck is was missing, right? If the animators were serious, introduce a new character, they have probably done their job, pero I think they were too overzealous on this one. Okay? Now, medyo nagtagal sila sa first, yung part of the backstory ni Tanaka, where he was in elementary, when he was still practicing erasers. Medyo hama na I would be sleepy if they might focus the backstory on 4 years ago. Ganon. Right? Kasi yun ang mas relevant dito sa that's the more relevant part. Yung part na elementary school where you first met age 11 sana pinailan. Right? So overall it's a decent episode. It's neither it also sleep, right? But due to the shifts, it kept me going, especially the part where yung talaga pinakita na muntik na siya magpudol yung Okawa kasi sa madali sa I think that happened in the previous episode when he was trying to get to part where the meeting place na ni Nishikawa. Kasi pinantahan siya ng Mandarin, napapakita niya si Nishikawa. So, I believe that was the part. Talagang sa kami namin pero I quickly remembered it. So, ito pala yung pinag-magol. Because of that near accident that lost the rare item that he worked so hard to access. Because of his because of the mental death threat for Okawa, kaya niya nagawa. Right? Mabigat na gearshift yun. Right? Mabigat na gearshift yun. So, that near accident scene involving Okawa, Tanaka, that was big. Okay? I think, yeah, Animé explained it as to why this raccoon after Okawa comes to after Okawa. Right? May baril niya eh. Yung yung baril na mandel eh. Right? It's a decent episode. So, what's the episode 4? Bakit? Kasi, what made me give this the fact that it was a really long backstory. Alright? Now, you don't say that it's a bad episode. No, it's not a bad episode. I always said it was a decent, but not decent enough for the pang-up. Kung hindi ako pinantok siguro ng episode ko, I would have given it the 1 pang-up or in the 2 thumbs up. Okay? Kasi tanda yung for me, this episode, the steps of the path that nakatook before the near accident, they might have, like I said a while ago, they should have focused the backstory on the one 4 years before. Kasi yun talagang, yun ang pinaka-relevant eh. That the most relevant part of this entire backstory. 4 years ago lang. Recent memory. The part where Tanaka was still in elementary and his first encounter with DH11. Tapos, then, the one 4 years ago, he encountered DH11 in that team. It's coincidental. Right? Sana hindi sila nag-focus ng ganun katagal on Raka's backstory where nung elementary pa siya. At least should have just told that part of the story yung in-scam siya ni DH11. Yun, medyo backward. Dapat siguro pa lang sila umpisa. I could have started the backstory from that part. Or it could have been or it could have been years later. Alright? So again, yun. I could not rate it as something that's decent for the one come up, but giving it bottom down would be unfair. Kasi malakas yung gear shift eh. Karakasan yung tatlong gear shift dito. Okay. Okay. That's episode 4. Time to the next episode has been teasered. I hope actually from this debacle. Right? After its first 3 episodes, getting the truth out for me. Yan, bawi ka. Bawi ka. Wow. Alright. Alam niyo ba kung bakit hindi ko tinodo yung wako? Here's why. Kasi it's probably going to be they were sneaking out this brothel, yung should I say putahan, right? In Filipino, it's putahan, brothel. Na-infiltrate na ng mga vampire. In the end, they couldn't figure out who was running the brothel or the vampire can be infiltration. Right? But I think both they were assessing the situation, and suddenly he just fell onto his knees. It's obvious. Inatake sa puso. Finally got with it. All these days that he's been staying up all the time. I don't know why. This fixation with the vampire things. Yep. Finally got to his head. Overall, it's a really good episode. Okay? It's a really good episode. Yung base moderately based. They were trying to stake out this bottleness. Discretion. This is a classic case of discretion is the better part of valor. Right? So, si Suang na pag-i-train or working with this 15-year-old prostitute. Then, may nakataas sa vampires. Pinustahan naman ni si Yamagami. So, isa si Yamagami to scout the area alone. Hindi nakasama sa suso. Okay. Tama lang yung pace. Tama lang. Flow! Probably the first gear shift here was Suwa. Actually taking a liking to this 15-year-old na cross speed. Right? So I think he's the most callous a member of the team kasi he shows no emotion whatsoever. Which is augmented by that face mask of his. Talaga nakatakip yung bunga. Because if he removes that, it will just heighten his powers. Kumbaga, yung face mask nila restricts powers niya. Okay? Now, we all have no idea what he can really do. Ang nakita natin is he can teleport really fast. And I think the final gear shift came here during the final scene when all of a sudden Maeda has a heart attack. It was unresponsible when Kurusu was trying to talk to him. Talagang medyo shake na ni Kurusu kanina eh. He's not responding. That's crucial. Okay? The leader of the team itself goes down like that. If you're one of the supporters, you better think twice about cleaning up your act, okay? Technically, this mission was a failure and probably got to my end up. Okay? Plot-wise, malinis. Why? Kasi first part of the episode, mission orders are clear. They need to stake this Godzilla out for a suspected vampire infestation. Totoo. The action picks up from there. We now know what Kurusu can do. And it's all because of the division. Kanya sinabi niyo mismo dun sa first using the episode. That softness will be your friend's kill. That was motivation for Kurusu to massacre all those vampires that were slowly killing Yamagami. Alright? Talaga binasag. He went on massacre mode. Kanina, si Kurusu. Except, malinis yung pagkaka-plot ng episode na to, which culminated unexpectedly. Hindi ako na-orient to, okay? Sa final scene. But, what a time for it to come for Maeda to have a heart attack. Sa kalagi ng station. Alright? Like I said, overall, it's a really good episode. Okay? It's a really good episode. So, Mars Red episode 4. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up, guys! Kasi, if you've seen this anime from the Bible, okay, Maeda wasn't the previous hell. Okay, when he took a command of Code Zero, right, he was the previous hell. Then it slowly went down. Nagkaroon ng indication that his health is not looking good. Noong episode 3. Okay, episode 3. Kasi medyo gumagano na siya niya. Then nga, here in this episode, his heart is stopped. Okay? Talagang tumuloy na yung atake niya sa puso. What drove him to this was basically his obsession with quelling the vampire threat. Right? He's depriving himself of sleep. Okay? Number one dyan. He's depriving himself of sleep. I think he doesn't he's not gonna have habit of eating well. Tapos nag-yoyosi pa. He smokes. Okay? He actually smokes. So that aggravated whatever he experienced in this episode. So I'm not totally surprised with what happened to Colonel Maeda in this episode. Just goes to show you, if you don't take care of your health, you will suffer the consequences. Okay? You will suffer the consequences. So again, Mars Red episode 4. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. The way they teasered the next episode, medyo naiba na to eh. Only the title. So, based on what transpired in this one, we gotta watch the next one. Kasi we really want to know if Colonel Maeda is okay. The team needs him. Okay? This team needs him kasi he's the only human member, but technically he's the only one skilled enough to kill vampires. Right? Kasi may ibang kasama niya, puro vampire to eh. Right? But skills-wise, Colonel Maeda can be at par with the other 4. Kahit siya lang mag-isa. And the only weapon he has is his katana. Yun lang. Hindi na nga siya nagdadala ng baril eh. Katana lang. So, we better watch the next episode so that we would know what will happen now to Colonel Maeda. Wow! Akala nyo gagano'n mag-iisip ako. This episode is one of those no-brainers, alright? Bakit? Kasi Escanor has gotten his powers back, okay? All it took was a prayer to Mael. Alright? Well, and of course, the battle between father and son raged on. Mukhang dalawang beses pa nag-evolve ang Demon King dito. Final scene. Whether Meliodas likes it or not, the 7 deadly sins will always be with him. Yung mga iba, ano na eh. Dito, they've already rushed to his aid. Meliodas is not asking for it. Pero, Ban clearly explained it. Rule number 7 nila. Always come together as a team from time to time. So, I'm sure hindi na makakaangas si Meliodas because he himself laid out those rules. He himself laid out those rules. So, sigurado hindi siya makakaangal. Overall, it's a fucking good episode. One of the most satisfying let's call this episodes outside of the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise that I've ever seen. Alright? Kasi pace, right? In typical 7 Deadly Sins fashion, yung pace starts out slow, then the action begins to pick up and so on. Siyempre, mabibilis ngayon yun. Then there will be a specific moment when the pace slows down because someone needs to awaken their powers, alright? I'm talking about Escanor. Right? Kahit wala na sa kanya ang powers niya kanina nun. Right there and then, he was still fighting that natitirang spawn ng Indura na nakawala sa ibang deadly sins. Him and the Holy Knights were there to face it. Okay? Then, of course, prayers answered. Mael gives him back the grace of sunshine. Right? You know, peace. Then, final scene, all the other deadly sins come together to help Meliodas. Kasi, mukhang out of control ng Demon King. Mukhang lumalakas na talaga. Bumaba rin yung dati niyang bangis at lakas. Right? So, it's only right for the other deadly sins to help. Hindi na kaya ni Meliodas at Elizabeth na silang dalawa lang. Hindi na kaya talaga. Because, well, Meliodas has to think about Zeldris. paano niya palalabasin, paano niya isasali sa laban si Cestus? Right? Cestus is losing a mental battle, obviously, because he is slowly being controlled by his father, the Demon King. Alright? So, yung flow, first gear shift, na-eliminate lahat ng Indo response except one. Yung sinagupa naman nila Escanor at saka mga Holy Knight. Second gear shift, nagpakita na ng bangis si Elizabeth. Akala ng Demon King, madali. Nope! Meron pa ng alias si Elizabeth sa Demon World. And Meliodas made his father remember that. Yung pala, Elizabeth is called Bloody Ellie sa Demon World. And she showed in this episode why. Grabe. She either fights the Demon King head on or enhances Meliodas' skills whenever she can. Okay? Kumaga buffer ng buff. She can buff Meliodas' powers anytime. Okay? Nag-combo attack pa nga. Final gear shift, of course. Escanor receives again the grace of sunshine. Ooh. The most OP member outside of Meliodas is back, baby. The old Escanor is back, baby. Grabe gear shift na yun. Pinakita lang kasi yung handshake nila ni Mael. Tapos biglang lumaki yung kamay ni Escanor. It means only one thing. Okay? The real Escanor is back! At sigurado, sasama ko ni sa laban nyo kung nasa ng Demon King. Right? He wants to show his newly regained might. Right? He actually, I think you guys don't remember anymore, but in season 3, he went toe-to-toe with Meliodas. That classic fight scene, right? I think it was the fight scene that actually saved season 3. Alright? Meliodas versus Escanor. Grabe yung laban na yun. Classic! Classic fight scene yun. And the plot, malinis. Walang cheche-boreche, walang kuskus banungos. Okay? Walang lagayang naganap, right? I don't wanna speak about the animation, but what do I? As long as you deliver the story neatly, properly, and excitingly, I'm down with any kind of animation, alright? Malinis ang plot, right? Malinis. Even a total normie to this anime would completely get the idea. Alright? Overall, it's a fucking good episode. Alright? Talagang this anime is letting the public know that it's ending. Kaya, well, we better brace ourselves for a slam bang finale. In all indications, okay, whether this episode indicates it or not, we better be prepared for a slam bang ending. Okay, so the 7 Deadly Sins Dragon's Judgment episode 16. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. The Escanor type of 2 thumbs up. You know, I've been a fan of this anime since the latter half of season 1. Nung medyo watak-watak ang 7 Deadly Sins nun. Tanging sila Meliodas, then Pan, then Dayan at si King. Pinakapa pa lang. Si Merlin, ayaw pang bumalik nun. She came back. Yun, season 2 na. She decided to become a deadly sin again. Yung season 2 na. Then of course, they were able to fight Escanor during the latter half of season 2. Pero, he could not fully control his powers again. Yung taste the sunshine. Because he was in his cloning form. Then of course, si Gouter. Nauna si Gouter. Nauna nilang nakita ko si Gouter. Then kinakuli talaga nilang na-reach out si Escanor. Right? They really couldn't find him during most of season 2. Right? Talagang they made it a goal. They made it a goal to really seek him out. Okay? Wow. Then season 3 came along. It isn't called Imperial Wrath of the Gods for nothing kasi dito na-expose yung what you call this? Yung sikreto behind the curses that were brought upon Meliodas and Elizabeth. Dito in-explain in full detail. Dito talaga nag-open up sa Meliodas about that. Sa season 3. Excuse me. And now, we're in the final season. Okay? I tell you guys, I am gonna be so sad when this anime ends. Right? Kasi, what I thought that Attack on Titan will end this year. But no, just took a break. But this one, talagang the signs are showing and the fight scenes are getting more intense by the episode. I could really feel it in my bones that the end is near for the 7 deadly sins. Now, I wish they would have a slam bang ending to this anime. Yun ang dasal ko. Yun ang dasal ko for this anime. I wish they would have a slam bang ending. Okay? You can really consider the 7 deadly sins as the Justice League of anime. Right? Because number one reason, when these 7 come together, if you're the villain, you better hope and pray that they don't disintegrate you. That you better hope and pray that they show mercy on you. Pero usually, they don't show any mercy. Wala. They are absolutely ruthless when all 7 of them come together. They are absolutely ruthless to enemies. Kaya, it's always a blast watching the 7 deadly sins. It's always a blast. And may mga funny moments din sila eh. Even Merlin has her share of funny moments. Okay? Kahit Queen of Uptight yan. She also has her share of funny moments. Right? So again, the 7 Deadly Sins, Dragon's Judgment, episode 16. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, mga lifestyle. Title of the next episode has been teasered. Hanggang dun lang. Is that gonna stop me? Is that gonna stop you from watching the next episode? This episode was motivation enough for me to watch the next one. So, yun ang gagawin ko. Ewan ko na sa inyo. Wow! You guys wanna know why? I'll tell you. Kasi, it didn't feel like an aftermath episode to me. Alright? It's more like a repercussion episode. Okay? Kasi, Sonozawa and Sawa, si Yukimura, okay? Sawa Yukimura pala ang buo niyang pangalan. Alright? They did one last job to quell dissidents. Doon na ni Sawa that Sonozawa is pregnant. Alright? At nakalata naman ni Sonozawa that basically, right, flat out, Yukimura has lost the will to kill. Alright? Talagang tinanggap na ni Yukimura na her revenge is now complete kasi nakapatay na nga si Janome. Right? That was an awesome fight scene. Grabe. If you guys would have seen the last episode, talagang boss villain yung nakalaban ni Yukimura dun. Talagang boss villain. And dami nangyari. It really didn't feel like an aftermath episode. It felt more like a repercussions episode. Alright? Final scene. Well, Asahi gives the poison Chukishiro gave her. Pinabibigay kasi Yukimura. Ito naman si Yukimura, ininom. Mulagta. Now, I don't know if she's officially dead. We'll just have to find out in the next few episodes because, alright, this anime ain't over yet. Pero, nakakagimbal yung ginawa ni Yukimura doon. Overall, it's a great episode. Alright? Like I said a while ago, this is not your ordinary aftermath episode. It's more of a repercussions episode. Bakit? Base pa lang. Okay? Base pa lang. Yeah. It's the speed. The speed. It's not good for an aftermath episode. There is one scene there na namatay na si Solosawa. You heard me, guys. Namatay na si Solosawa tsaka yung kalibin niya. Now, Yukimura doesn't buy the story of what's circulating in the town na murder, suicide daw. Why would Solosawa do that? Why would Solosawa kill herself? Alright, so nagkakasuspensya ngayon si Yukimura na may nagpapatay rito. May nagpapatay rito. And, well, basta the base of this episode, hindi pang aftermath episode. Alright? Pero it's not that fast to make you lose interest. Alright? Ito na nasabi ko kanina. It's more of a repercussions episode than an aftermath episode. The flow. Okay, so first gear shift. We also Yukimura has lost the will to fight. She's had enough killing na. She's had enough. Alright? Napilitan na siya talaga kay Solosawa nun. Second gear shift. Okay. Someone kills Chukishiro. Nakikita doon. Medyo tapos his driver pulled out a gun. Although hindi pinakita, it's obvious what happened to him. Final gear shift is, of course, well, Asahi gives the poison to Yukimura and, well, basically, Yukimura poisons herself. Alright? Tatlong mabigat na gear shift na nangyari dito. You can't classify this as an aftermath episode. Ang layo. Milya-milya layo. It's more of a repercussions episode. Right? How many times have I said the word repercussions in this review? You tell me. Alright? The plot, ayos. Malinis. Walang, kumbaga sa Palawan po siya, walang kuskus-balubos. It's clean all the way. It's perfectly laid out. If you're the viewer, you would totally get what's happening. Malinis ang plot. But I'm warning you guys, if you can't take the violence, don't watch this anime. If you can't take the violence, do not watch this anime. Alright? So, it's another great episode of this anime. Right? It is yet to hiccup. It is is yet to give us a hiccup when it comes to delivering the episode, delivering the goods, right? So, Joran, the Princess of Snow and Blood, episode 5. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Wow. Alam nyo, Joran is a 12 or 13 episode, I'm not sure. Okay? Joran is a 12 or 13 episode 1, so this is far from over. We're not even done with the first half of its run. Episode 5 pa lang eh. So one half of 12 is 6. One half of 13, that would be episode 7. I tell you guys, this is probably one of the best decisions I've ever made when it comes to my review roster. Okay. I have seen the teaser of this episode on YouTube, so I thought, mabigat na anime ito. Let's review this. So far, it hasn't disappointed me, and with this episode, I want more. Okay? It really has a really nice way of delivering an aftermath episode. You should say that aftermath episode Joran style, kasi puro mala Godfather aftermath. There are repercussions. If you remember the Godfather Part 1, the final scene there, habang pinabibinyag ni Michael Corleone ng kanyang anak, may mga patayang nagaganap. Alright? Those were the crime bosses he ordered dead. Ganun dito. I got that vibe in this episode. I got those Godfather vibes in this episode. Kaya nasabi ko na this is no aftermath episode. It's more of a repercussions episode. Okay? So far this anime hasn't disappointed us. And over social media, no one is talking about it. No one's talking about it. Okay? Hindi pinag-uusapan ng anime na to. But it's fucking good. Okay? It's yet to receive a low rating lower than the 2 thumbs up for me. Okay? Hindi ko pa nabibigyan ng mas mababang rating to kaysa 2 thumbs up. It's that good. Alright? So again, Joran, the Princess of Snow and Blood, episode 5. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up, mga ka-lifestyle. Well, in typical Joran fashion, no teasers. No teasers. Kaya kapanapanabik ang anime nito kasi wala siyang tiniteaser tungkol sa susunod na episode. Kaya, ano pa hinihintay natin? Tutukan at panoorin. Wow! Grabe. But don't let my excitement fool you. If there's any build-up episode that I am really impressed about, it's this one. Right? Kaya pala, ganun yung start ng pilot. Alright? There is may halong politika sa backstory. Lady Sabina offered Cestus to become her chamberlain. Pero Cestus turned it down. Hindi nagustuhan ni Sabina yun. So, in secret, pinatawag niya si Emden. Sinabi niya, Emden, ang una mong kakalabanin sa tournament ay si Cestus. Patay. Ito ang buwelta ng tinaguriang goddess of Pompeii. Corrupt din pala, no? ganda-ganda, corrupt pala. Right? This is how corrupt Roman nobles can be during those times. Right? It perfectly captured in this episode. Grabe. Final scene, of course. We go back to the pilot. Pero, both combatants were introduced. Alright? Wow. It's a very impressive episode. Overall, like I said, it's a very impressive episode. Pace. Although some of you, mababagalan, no, for me, it's just right. Kasi, if your plan is to bring the viewer back to the pilot on that crucial scene, on that potentially good scene na maglalabanan sila Cestus at Emden, dapat lang na ganito pace. You have to make the viewer understand why it became Cestus versus Emden in this tournament sa Pompeii. Right? There was some backdoor politics that went on. Okay? So of course the episode started with an odd job ordered by Sabina to Cestus and his gang. They were able to neutralize it. And of course, si Emden tumulong din. Kaya magandang pacing ng episode na to. Magandang pacing. The flow, of course, the gear shift. Umpisa pa lang actual start ng episode, gear shift na. Cestus realizes he lacks power. When he faced that huge, yung pinakamalaki sa mga tambay, he couldn't subdue him, pero he was landing his punches. Parang baliwala eh. Baliwala. So, it was a reality check for Cestus. He lacks power. Second gear shift, when Cestus turned down Lady Sabina's offer. This sparked the opening scene. This triggered the opening scene of the pilot, which we will go back to in the next episode. Okay? Final gear shift, of course, when his teacher told him to not say a word because he's going to teach him an ultimate blow. Yung parang knockout punch. That would be his trademark. That would be his trademark after the fight. Right? Probably three of the biggest gear shifts in this anime. At episode 3 pa lang tayo, ha? Episode 3 pa lang tayo. Right? And the plot, I love the way they revolve the plot around the opening scene of the pilot. I love the way na pinaikot nila yung storya hanggang sa bumalik tayo sa opening scene ng pilot. I love the way they did it. Pero, don't get me wrong, there's nothing fancy about it. Malinis ang pagka-upload ng episode na to. Malinis siya. Excuse me. It's another great episode from this anime. It's another great episode. So, Cestus the Roman Fighter, episode 3. Ito ko na makakalimutan yung episode number. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up, guys. You know, I'm getting a refresher course on Roman history each and every time with every episode of Cestus, especially this one. Yung pagkaka-turn, yung reaction ni Sabina, yung reaction ni Sabina when Cestus turned her offer down, just goes to show you that no matter no matter how good you're being treated as a slave, a Roman is always a Roman. Corrupt. It's what they call in the old days Roman justice. Justisyang Romano. Right? This is their brand of politics. You turn an offer down, asahan mo, there will be repercussions. This corrupt behavior by most Roman nobles at the time, pinikap lang ng mafia. If you've seen the episode, may pagka-mafia ang mindset ni Sabrina. No one can turn your offer down. Excuse me. But she made her point really clear that no one turns her down. No one turns her down. Yung ganong klaseng mindset, pinikap na lang ng mafia. And every other organized criminal or every other organized crime body in the world, ganitong mindset nila. They picked it up from the Romans. Right? This episode reminds you that the mindset of criminal organizations right now, they all got it from the Romans. This episode will remind you of that. So again, Cestus the Roman Fighter, episode 3. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Next episode has been teasered. Eto na. We're going to see that fight in full effects. Okay? Ano spoilers? Ulul! This has been built up for 3 episodes. May ba kayo magre-reklamo ng no spoilers, please? Panoorin nyo na lang and judge it for yourselves. I'm impressed. Alright? Yun nyo ba naman? The land-based kaiju, they discovered in episode 4, they fought toe-to-toe with it. Yung team ni Yun, right? Using, of course, Jet Jaguar, right? It looks pathetic, but nakakadali rin, right? Nakakadali rin siya. While on May's front, they're starting to tie together the origins of this new energy source and the bones of these kaijus, right? And while all this is happening, they have finally focused their attention on that waterborne kaiju. We were making kulit na kinukulit na nangungulit tayong bigyan pa ng exposure because this will be a big player in the storyline. It has, right? And its name is Manda. They've already given it a name. Now the land-based kaiju, I forgot the name. Basta, may sarili na siya pangalan, pero I forgot to keep it in my head. Right? Final scenes of episode 5. Sasagupahin ni Jet Jaguar yung land-based kaiju. Sa episode 6 naman, what you call this? They finally subdued it. With, of course, si Yun na ang kumontrol kay Jet Jaguar. Right? Hopefully, okay? This was actually their second attempt to take it out. First, akala nila patay na eh. Galing. Right? This is what you would expect from kaijus. Right? Either matitibay sila or marami silang buhay. Right? Overall, These are really good episodes, right? These are really good episodes. Pace-wise, magandang pacing, right? Although medyo merong sleeper moments, hindi talaga maiiwasan eh kasi I don't know. Phone conversations are my ASMR these days when reviewing animes, alright? Their effect is like ASMR to me. I won't fall asleep. But both episodes have sleeper moments, okay? Na aminin man natin kung hindi. Okay? And it usually involves May. Alright? So, except for that, the pacing of these two episodes are really good. Okay? Pacing nila. It's not too syempre action-packed na kasi how many types of kaijus are we dealing with? There's the Radon. Radon talaga, not Rodan. Okay? Radon. There are the Radons, yung flying. Of course, the land-based kaiju na nakasosubdue lang ng team yun. Then, the Manda, water-based naman. Right? You have to give those three planes of the story of this episode storyline equal exposure. So the overall pace should not be too slow to accommodate the sleeper moments, but not too fast just to feature the blood-curdling action, right? Tama na. Both episodes were properly paced. When it came to the flow, I think I only saw one gear shift for episode 5 and 2 for episode 6. The only gear shift I saw there was the land-based kaiju found itself in a golf course. So, doon nagkasago pa ito, right? So, yun ang nakita kong gear shift. Sa episode 6, dalawa. First gear shift was the Manda was able to show itself. Kumbaga, tinalunan niya yung isang barko, yung isang battleship, right? So parang iniiwasan niya. So it was able to do that. A kaiju that long, okay, with that long a tail, nagawa niya. Then the second gear shift of episode 6 was, of course, the land-based kaiju we all thought was dead. Ayun, bigla na nagising na lang. Ito naman politikong epal na to, nagfo-photo op pa. Ayun, before he knew it, the land-based kaiju is up and running again. Ayun, ran for his life. That was a funny moment, okay? That was a funny moment. So, yung plot naman, they're intertwined eh. So, continuous yung plot. Okay? Episode 6 carried over from episode 5. So, maayos yung plot, okay? Maayos this time yung plot. Because, the appearance, having 3 kaijus in 2 episodes, I'll take that anytime. 3 kaijus in 2 episodes. Okay? Talagang, you should not condense the exposures of these 3 kaijus in just one. Talagang, it should be at least 2. Kaya, magandang plot. Okay? Maayos yung plot. So, both episodes are good. Okay? They're both good episodes. So, Godzilla Singular Point episodes 5 and 6. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Bakit? What? Despite the sleeper moments, they're both action-packed episodes. Alright? Talagang ipinagmukha sa viewer na hindi porket Godzilla Singular Point ang title is puro Godzilla na lang. No? There are a lot of other kaijus that can do just as much damage as him. Ito tatlo. Okay? Tatlong kaiju ito. So, yeah, kaya ganun. And all the action-packed and funny moments in both these episodes, wala eh. Hindi mo maaalala yung mga sleeper moments eh. Right? They knew that those scenes would become sleeper moments. So I think the anime Bones and Orange compensated for the action-packed sequences. Right? It's about time. It's about time the kaijus took center stage in an episode. As in yung ganito ka-intense in both episodes. Okay? That's what the kaijus are for. They're there to terrorize. Okay? They're there to terrorize. And it's not just Godzilla that's the threat to mankind. Okay? All kaijus here are threats to mankind. Threats to mankind's existence. Right? They can drive mankind into extinction. If they keep on thriving like this. Ayun yung message na ini-impart ng dalawang episodes na to sa atin. Talagang vintage Godzilla. Okay? Vintage Godzilla ang storyline. So again, Godzilla Singular Point episodes 5 and 6. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Well, in usual Singular Point fashion, no teasers. Wala! Alaws! So, what do we do? Well, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest with ourselves. The first half of hindi pa tapos ang first half ng run na to. Okay? We still have episode 7. So, tumutot na lang tayo, right? I truly believe that business is about to pick up. Episodes 5 and 6 are just an indication of that. So, tutok pa rin. Wow! Oh my fucking God! Grabe ang episode na to. Yo gets his first true test. If he passes this, he's in the Shaman fight. And he did. By using for the first time his oversoul. Alright? Kukunin mo yung guard na ghost mo, ilalagay mo doon sa weapon mo. That's exactly what Yo did. He united Mitamaru with Harasumi. Yung kanyang legendary weapon. Super lakas na oversoul. He was able to fend off Silva's main weapon. At nasaktan si Silva talaga. Right? Now, Silva is the main overseer of this whole Shaman fight. Kaya siya tournament MC. Pero siyang initial judge to see kung talagang pwede ka sa labanang ito. If you fail this test, you'll have to wait for another 500 years. So by 500 years, you're probably dead by shit. Grabe episode to, right? Final scene. Well, so is now in, so is Ren, through underhanded tactics. Alright? Meron niyang kasang tinanong shaman na may gano'n na, or Oracle Bell. Kasi yun ang proof mo na nakapasa ka sa test ni Silva. Okay. Baga, yun ang instruction manual for the whole Shaman King tournament, whatever. Well, lo and behold, Red also has fun. I think he beats a shaman to a pulp just to get it. Okay? I know that's legal, so hindi ko matanda kung legal yung ginawa ni Ren na yun. Right? Overall, it's a fucking great episode. Love it. I remember this from the original series. Okay? I remember this one. Talagang Yo dig deep. Okay? Dumibdag talaga si Yo dito. Just to beat Silva, just to prove to him that he is worthy to beat the Shaman fight. Pace. Very basic. Right? It was paced really well. Siyempre, merong slow moments, merong fast moments kasi the usual spat between Silva and Yo, it's not regular trash talk. Alright? Talagang you would learn some life lessons. This type of trash is the type of verbal stick that you would learn life lessons from, which is a rarity these days, whether it be anime or Western cartoons. Alright? And habang nangyayari ito, may nangyayari din sa bahay. Siyempre, nag-uusap din sila Ana at saka si Manta. Manta is contesting na hindi na dapat, kung talagang walang balak si Yo na maging Shaman King, hindi rin siya dapat i-push pa. But Ana's point of contention was Yo wants this because he's determined to be the Shaman King because he wants a peaceful life. So, na-realize din ni Yo doon. Na-realize din ni Yo yun when he was battling Silva. Na-realize niya. So, I think that was the reason why his oversoul became super strong. Because of his will to win. Alright? His indomitable will. Now, the flow. Maganda yung mga gear shifts. First gear shift here was that comet na dumaan. That's actually the signal that the Shaman fight has started. Alright? Second gear shift. Nung nagpakilala na si Silva na ititest niya si Yo. Right? That was I think the look on Yo's face when he realized this was going to go down was priceless. Hindi ko lang to Hindi ko na again. Yeah, he has that look on his face. Bakit yung sinasabi niya na tungkol dito? It was priceless. Classic. It's a classic moment. Final gear shift came, but of course, he realized that what he needed to do. Okay? Merge Amitaro with Harusame. Diyan nangyayari kasi yung mga Harusame. Alright, so boom! He now has his own oversoul. I tell you guys, okay? This oversoul of his has gone through a lot of trials and tribulations during the original series. 3 very important gear shifts, okay? That will, what you call this? That will make you look back at it and say, so, dito pala nakuha ni Yo ang kanyang oversoul. Parang ganun yan eh. And the plot, they followed the manga to the letter, and I strongly believe them. Malinis. You wouldn't question it, right? You would not question the episode's plot. Talagang Silva has been monitoring Yo since the start of the episode. nag-post pa nga siyang jewelry salesman eh. Jewelry peddler. Right? He's gone through that just to monitor you. Shut up ako sa plot. Okay? Shut up ako sa plot. Malinis talaga. So, yeah. It's a fucking great episode. You would actually look back at this episode later on in the series, whether it be the original or the reboot. You would actually go back to this episode and to figure things out just in case na meron mga episode na hindi na manood. You just simply go back to this episode. Episode 5. Right? So, Shaman King 2021 Episode 5. Deserve. Bakit? Like I said a few seconds ago, several seconds ago, if you miss an episode of either the reboot or the original series, whichever this particular moment fell under, you will go back to that episode just to put yourself up to speed. Anik na natin, right? Dito na-achieve niyo yung kanyang oversoul. This is where Silva first appeared as the tournament MC. You can say the overseer. And you can also face Yo's motivation to becoming a Shaman King to this episode. Episode 5, and I believe episode 7 or 6, parang ganon. 7 or 6. You just go back to the episode where you realize what his true goals are in becoming the Shaman King, right? What his motivation was when his journey started. You can go back to this episode. Kaya thumbs up. Binigay kong rating. It's a crucial episode actually for the entire series, whether it be the original or the reboot. Kasi dito talaga na-realize ng main protagonist ang kanyang silbi sa buong anime. This is where he actually realized his work. Realized his work as a shaman and as a Shaman King. So again, Shaman King 2021 Episode 5. Not the next episode as a t-shirt. I am so hot. Title pa lang. Bakit? Because. Yun na sasabihin. Panoorin nyo na lang episode 5 para malaman nyo. Alright? Panoorin nyo na lang episode 5. Bad. Why? Kasi it's a pure aftermath episode. Right? It's a pure aftermath episode. Some things have been said already, but are better left unsaid. Right? That's the atmosphere of this episode. Okay. Basically, both parties felt guilty, right? There was guilt. There was guilt on both parties. Final scene. Well, it turns out that Shin, Undertaker's dream, is actually the younger brother of someone's shoes. Right? Medyo hindi pa si Undertaker. He's probably glad that someone was his brother. Alright? Overall, it's a good episode. Right? Not bad, but not good enough. Okay? this was an aftermath episode. It's it's quite moderate. It's neither fast or slow. So, probably A1 Pictures had the idea that this the aftermath may be too slow for other viewers. So, medyo bilisan nila ng konti lang, right? So, moderate yung pacing. Which is fine with me. A flow. The only clear shit I saw here was when Undertaker disclosed that the person then knew is Undertaker. Right? So we got to know Undertaker or Shin a little bit better. Kasi puro sila na. Right? And probably the moment you can consider a gear shift, okay? The rest of you can consider a gear shift is when the entire unit opened the arena with regards to the names. Right? Pero, the next one nila, si Ryan, I forgot his basta yung XO ni Ishii, he made it clear, okay, he made it clear to Lena that when she's stupid, she's not allowed to be a handler. Okay? He made that clear to Lena. All this episode, yeah, there were hits, but probably not as heavy as the one, right? Not as heavy as that. Getting over on the last episode, right? Natural. Kasi, as they say, some things are better left unsaid. Okay? So, nagbigyan ko ng mga salita eh. Nalabawian yun. Just go show you bigger say to some people. Okay? But there's also another lesson here. You have to be empathic. Okay? Not compassionate, but empathic at least towards other people. Kasi Lina has her fault here. She did not ask for their real names first time. Ngayon lang. Ngayon lang yung mga pinapangalan. And luckily for the entire unit obliged. Sabi lang kanila ng mga pangalan. I told her their real names. Although, binagyan ng Undertaker, Shin pala. Binagyan ni Shin ang mga pangalan na lahat. And their corresponding call signs. Although binagyan ni Undertaker lahat. Pero she asked from kanila. So the plot was yeah, plot was walking. It is an aftermath episode. Right? It's an aftermath episode. So overall, again, the episode's not bad, but not good enough. So, 86 episode 4. If the pace would have been slower than that, I might have given a lower rating. Yun ang pwede kong i-cite na right? The pace kasi was justified, okay? For an aftermath episode. Kasi if you make it too slow, baka wala nang manood ng next episode. Alright? You have to to watch succeeding episodes with the episode. Alright? So, regard to the pace, the pace is what Sig this episode lower rating. Okay? Honestly, makakalike. Kayo honestly. So again, 6 episode 4. Tama pa. Makakalike sa. Sorry. But, time for the next episode has been teasered. Just to break the monotony. So, I don't know what the title meant, but with everyone being opposite to one another, let's give this anime another chance, right? So, let's just go to the next episode. Wow, right? But even living dolls have an hierarchy. They have a hierarchy. Everything on top of that is the star bearer. Si Barbie. That's her real name. That's her real name, folks. And well, in any hierarchy, there are ass kissers. Okay? One of them is a doll named Ricky. Right? He's the quintessential ass kisser. Right? That's all I can say. Now, what happened here? Well, the 3 dolls that Barbie branded as the most incompetent, si Sean, si Rom, we eventually found out her real name. So her name is Rom. And Emilico. Alright? For just standing up to these dolls na inaapi ni Barbie, she has been branded also as incompetent. So silang tatlo ang inatasa mag-imbestiga dun sa Phantom Threat. Paano? Kasi napapadalas na yata yung mga atake ng mga Phantom. Napapadalas na. So they were assigned on the night duty. They eventually found out what was the cause. Alright? And well, they became friends. Alam na, si Emily ko yung napaka-friendly na doll. Alright? She's probably the friendliest amongst all the dolls. And she's a new one. Okay? Final scene. Nag-aalala na si Kate. Right? The last thing she said in that episode was, there's something that Kate needs to do. She always talks in the third person. Right? Wow. Overall, it's a really good episode. Right? Let's break it down. Pace muna. Impeccable pace. You get to experience what the 3 investigators are going through just to get to the bottom of the Phantom mayhem. Right? Because the pace is just what you call this, fast enough to make you feel the urgency of the case, but slow enough to make you understand it. Right? Tama lang yung pace. Tama lang. The flow. First gear shift is when Barbie actually assigned the investigation to the 3. Yan, si Sean, Emilico, at saka si Rom. Ay, paano no? Pinakanan pa sa alak eh. Rom. Right? Muntik na maging Rami eh, para maging Jin Rami na. It's a traditional card game. There's a traditional card game called Jin Rummy. Alright? I used to play that when I was a kid. So, yun nga. That's the first gear shift. The second gear shift is when the Hindi. The last gear shift came when they finally found out the cause of the phantoms. Okay? Nag-accumulate pala sa bubungan, sa attic. So yung suit na, yung abo na lumulusot doon, of course, so, came from the shadows. Lumulusot doon, umiipon. They become scorches. Tapos may trapdoor na loose. Merong trapdoor doon na tagal na yung lock. Hindi, si babaan na. You got a phantom. So that's the cause. So that's the last gear shift of the episode. Okay? Kumaga, the breakthrough in the case. Kaya ni Emily ko, yay! We found the cause. Case solved. So they celebrated by sharing some road na ginawa ni Kate para kay Emily ko. Na binigay ni Kate kay Emily ko. Kasi, swerte nga si Emily ko eh. Dahil yung amo niya, si Kate, ganun kabait. Okay? So good to her that Kate is willing to share her meals with her dog. Ganun kabait yun. So, whatever she has, sinishare naman niya sa mga ibang dolls. Like, in the case of Sean and Rob. Kasi, all three both shared an experience kasi they were able to solve this case. Alright? So, that's the final gear shift. Yung plot, I like how the episode started. This all started when Emilico stood up for Rom, and of course, Sean stood up for Emilico. Kasi binubuli na talaga ni Barbie si Emilico. So he had to step in. So, yun. Damay-damay na sila tatlo. Right? And I also like how the episode actually ended. They actually solved the case. Alright? And they found some other weird things too. Right? Like, the main hallway is forbidden to dolls. Now they know why. Alright? It's a death trap. It's a death trap for dolls. Yun lang masasabi ko. So, just watch episode 4 to get what I'm saying. Okay, guys? Okay, mga ka-lifestyle? And there are no post-credit scenes here. The actual final scene was Kate is already getting worried about Emilico. Kasi ang usapan nila, mag-exchange sila magpapalitan sila ng information. Alright? So, Emilico gives her feedback, she gives feedback to Emilico. Alright? Get it? Get it, guys? So, it's a really good episode. Okay? Episode 4 is a really good one. So, Shadow's House episode 4. Thumbs up! Thumbs up! Ayun lang, guys, ha? Charge ko lang. Okay. There's another reason why I gave it the 2 thumbs up. Because this episode opened my eyes as to how strange the Shadows family is. Okay? Ang laki-laki ng bahay, their house is so big, you can easily either get lost or bored, especially if you're living down. They also forbid living dolls to go out of the house. Bawal. And the main hallway is proof. Alright? You'll be walking into probably a series of booby traps. Kasi isang booby trap lang yung na-spring ni Emilico rito eh. More likely, that hallway is filled with booby traps. Kumaga, like I said a while ago, it's a death trap for dolls. Kundi lang siya hinatak ni Sean, malamang patay na si Emily kong ngayon. Nagkaganon yung mga dagger eh. Patalim na lumalabas dito sa mga pader na ganun. Kung aanga-anga ka, you'll be dead. You're gonna be dead. Alright? So, this goes to show you how strange this family is, and probably how rich this family is. Kasi, anong bahay? Ang lalaki ng mga hall. Yung hallway. Tapos, dalawang wing pa yun. Okay? One for the females, one for the ladies, and one for the gentlemen. Separate sila. Okay, what happened here? Anyway, separate sila. So, it just gave me a small idea, a small sampling as to how the Shadows family maintain their household. Right? Marami silang ipinagbabawal sa mga living doll. Okay? Getting out of the house is number one, as proven by what Emilico and Sean discovered in the main hallway. This goes to show you how weird this family is. They're not just a family of shadows. They are ultra possessive of their dolls, of their servants. They're ultra possessive. So again, Shadow's House, episode 4. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. I lost my OBS again. But anyway, title of the next episode has been teaser. Let's just wait for it and watch it. I cannot wait because this episode has motivated me to watch the next one. Alright? But, bottom line, some of Takemichi's old gang now know what Takemichi can do these days. Right? The 2017 Takemichi. Nakalak ni Ako yun. Well, they met after 12 years. They throw dirty laundry at each other. So to speak. Ako confessed that he was the one who pushed Takemichi on the task. Sa sudden, yun na. Sige ko kanina to. Nalaman ng Takemichi through Akun's confession na basically, okay, this is what Takemichi actually said in the final scene. The man who made Toman or Tokyo Magica evil is Isekita. Yung nakasalamin. The one he accidentally bumped into in final scene episode 3, siya yun. Yung tarantado yun. Alright? Ito ang pinakarantado ngayon sa Tokyo Magica. Sinabi niya na ito. And right now, Takemichi is on. Wow. I think he's now motivated enough to go back into the past para baguhin ang lahat. Right? Woman wasn't meant for murder, illegal drugs, prostitution, no. It was nothing like that when Mikey and Daki first formed this gang. He's actually being invited by Mikey and Daki to join them, to join Toman during 2006, right? And the way things turned out in the present, now he might actually join the Tokyo Magic just to stop the city from turning this into a vile criminal organization. Ayun ang plano ni Mike, ni Takemichi. Alright? Overall, it's a fucking funny-paced. Kasi, start out slow. Siyempre, bonding siya ni Hina. Right? Then, funny moment happened. He accidentally holds the young Goto's hand. Ayun, hindi siya sa present. Right? That was a really funny moment, right? It's a really funny moment. Right now happened, hindi niya ka-fit-in na auto. The present din na auto on what has transpired when he was there. Right? Flow! Magandang gear shift. The first gear shift is what he accidentally holding Naoto's hand. Okay? But, kung hindi nangyari yun, hindi niya na-finish na ako. Second shift, when he was able to contact Akun again, this is how the upper echelons of the Pokemon Chica. One, short. Right? And pero si Akun nakikuha, hindi sila rin mag-prata to eh. Then, Akun suddenly kills himself. Okay? He jumped on the building where his bar is now kasi he owns a bar. Hostess bar. Then, so siyempre, guilty conscience. He almost killed his best friend, si Takeshi. Siya yung tumulong na kinig sa tracks ng pen. For example, si Takeshi better now. Right? Which leads me to a conspiracy theory. Right? Akun is probably acting on his orders na patay si Takeshi. Right? Kasi on his own, hindi niya gagawin yun. Alright? On his own, hindi niya gagawin yun. Maganda na magpapila ni Takeshi. And Takeshi's point of view, it's a pathetic life, but Akun's it's better than a life of organized crime. Takeshi has a better life. Why kill him? That's the final question. Akun kills himself for his best friend. Say, out of guilt. And probably, that's the only way out of Pokemon these days. Right? Three people in time just like have you tali din. Tatlo na sa mga lapit kay Takemichi na namamatay na. Yan, si Akun or si Hina. And from what Takemichi found out, Akun sa yung second ko napatay pa na siya. So, if it weren't for Akun's expose, hindi malalaman na ito ni Takemichi. Takemichi is now more driven to change his past because of what he has learned from Akun. The plot, grabe. Hindi ko na-expect. Okay? I wasn't expecting Akun to kill himself right there. Right there na papatay niya yung sarili niya. Okay? I did not expect that. It was well laid out, the plot, okay? From romantic entanglement and to final report, then right here, okay? Takemichi, this is another death which involves someone close to him. Okay? It's okay. The plot has an ending, right? But it's well laid out. Okay? And that. What ako eh. Baga. Yeah. But not elaborate enough to completely veer away from the original story. Right? Pero it was enough to conclude that Takemishi's song is now ganun eh. It's now more solid than ever na kasi. Another one of his friends, another you say his inner circle. Another member of Takemishi's inner circle is now dead. Okay? That's from this was a really great episode. It's a really great episode of Tokyo Revengers. It has to be elaborate enough to motivate the main protagonist to go back to the past and teach it. Parang ganun na. So, Tokyo Revengers episode 4. This was a motivation episode for Takemichi. Right? Akalain ko naman, maghihinala pa naman sila. Kasi ako napakamatay sa harapan niya. After telling him everything he needs to know about Toman. Tokyo Magicka for sure is Toman. Right? Let's get more hits. And he saw in Aku's face that he doesn't want his life anymore. The current state of Toman right now, this is not what Mikey and Draken wanted for this guy. Alam niya ako yun. Right? Alam niya ako yun because he's been with the gang for so long. Talagang, ang tao talaga niya dito, si Kiseketa. Okay? Siya talagang nagpapatakbong yung gang na to. It's no longer Mikey. It's not even Draken because Draken is dead. So, this now motivates Takemichi to do what needs to be done. Right? It's now, the ball is now in his court name. Technically. It was really sad and talagang hindi nga ako na-object eh, na magagawa ni Akon to. Okay? And huling habilin ni Akon kay Takemichi is he saved everyone. Because he's now well aware of what Takemichi can do. He can go back to the past and just change it. Okay? So yun nga, sinabi, huling habilin niya kay Takemichi, he saved everyone. Because he knows Takemichi can do now. Right? Talagang Akon was forced to live his life. Okay? So, he figured that death was the only way out of this guy. So again, Tokyo Revengers episode 4. In typical Tokyo Revengers fashion, no teachers. Unfortunately. But that didn't stop me from watching anime. Right? Ano teaser? May teaser man wala, panunuorin ko pa rin yan. Because this episode is motivation enough for all of us to watch the next episode. Kaya, napakasal na tayo. Delightful. I'll tell you why. Because I don't know, pero habang pinapanood ko yung duel, naumay ako eh. Alright? Naumay ako. Alright? It was a duel between pastries, and barbecue. Between Nick and Kakoko. Kakoko is the pastries, right? Nick is the grill duelist. Now, here's what I noticed about Nick. Yung get-up niya reminds me a lot of Jim Crocodile Cook. Okay? The one who uses the fossil deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Anyone who still remember Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Season 3? They got a duelist there named Jim Crocodile Cook. Yung get-up niya, minus the crocodile, eto, sinig na ngayon. Right? Nick reminded me a lot of Jim Cook. Okay? He's the one who was using the fossil deck, which is now an official archetype of the card game. But enough of that. The duel was both crazy and intense. Alright? Which eventually, in which Nick eventually won through OTK. But this particular Yu-Gi-Oh! Series has a lot of OTK moments. Right? It is starting to catch up to Zexal when it comes to OTK wins. Wow. Final scene. Team Yuga, Neil, and Roa did some investigating of their own when it comes to Goa 66. Okay? They came up with nothing. So they took a break. They went to this to their favorite, every duelist favorite ramenan. Then Roa notices something. Akala niya autograph board, pero nung binasa niya na maigi, these were Otis's exact words. So, he called out to both Neil and Yuga. So, ina-analyze din nila. Ano? Why are Otis's words here in this restaurant? So, tinanong nila yung may-ari was also the chef. Sabi niya yan, tinanong ni Roa, "Old man, why do you have this on your wall?" Hindi sila sinasagot. And kinukulit na nila, bakit ka merong ganito sa wall ng resto mo? This is a potentially crucial plot twist. Right? Overall, it's a really good episode. Okay? Not just because of the duel, but also of what we found out later on in the episode. Pace, of course. There's a duel, fast-paced. Then, when it came to Team Yuga's part, medyo nag-slow down. Intriguingly slow, right? So, the pacing of this episode was really understandable because we were in for a potentially crucial plot twist. Okay, so lang, justifiable. The flow. Okay, so first gear shift I saw here was when the Machine Cavalry Duel Club, okay, assembled na silang lahat. Found out who Goa 66 is. It's actually 66 people. Then, yung ate ni Luke, si Haruka, si Tiger, suddenly butts in once a part of the action. Which, Asana agrees. Come on, kasi right now they are outnumbered. Kasi basically the core of the Machine Cavalry Duel Club is those four. Si Asana, Screwdriver Guy, her loyal second in command, and of course the one who has the pigeon. Okay, the one who has the pigeon. So apat lang sila. 66 on that Eh, 66 yung lalabanan nila eh. So they're hugely outnumbered. Any form of equalizer will be welcome. So in comes Tiger. What great timing. Second gear shift was during the duel. Kaya pala tinaas ng ganon ni Nick yung attack ng mga monster ng kalaban. It's because of his Ace Monsters effect. That when he has 7 or more fire monsters in his graveyard, pwede nang gamitin yun. Destroy lahat ng monsters ng kalaban with at least 2,500 attack. Eh lahat 2,500 attack eh, so destroy lahat. Destroy lahat yun. Malaraygeki ang effect niya. So, he eventually won the duel with his monster that has 5,400 attack. Eh, 4,800 life points si Kakoko eh. Yung kalaban. Ubos. Okay. Final gear shift. Yun. Involving Team Yuga and the restaurant owner whom Yuga is now suspecting as the real Otis. Right? So, yun ang pinaka-importanting gear shift sa episode na to. What these three found out about, not found out, hindi pa confirmed it. What these three, what Yuga, Neil, and Roa are suspecting of this resto owner. Probably the most important gear shift of this entire anime so far. Alright? Sabi nga, kaka ni Roa eh. Bakit meron ganitong exact words ni Otis? Anong kinalaman nito sa resto na to? Right? So talagang napaisip na rin sila Yuga at Neil eh. So talagang it's an all-important gear shift in this episode. That's why episode 46, it's a fucking good episode. It's a fucking great episode. Right? It's a fucking great episode. Excuse me. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's episode 46. Of course, 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Let's recap, right? Kaya 2 thumbs up ito because it was properly paced and the plot was really good, especially what we found out in the latter part of the episode, and of course the first and last gear shifts were very important ones, right? The Machine Cavalry Duel Club is on the verge of what Goa 66's plan is, yung intent nila. In the other gear shift, of course, Team Yuga has probably stumbled upon on Otis's real identity. Tusan din yan. So with that in mind, it demanded the 2 thumbs up from me. Grabe. So this will play a role, okay? This particular episode will play a role in future episodes, right? Aside from having one of the craziest duels in this, at least in this particular series so far. Should I say that this episode had a rarity in Yu-Gi-Oh! A rarity in Yu-Gi-Oh! These days, the deep dive factor. Yeah, believe it or not, it really made me think. Okay? It really made me think when it came to the first and final gear shifts of this episode. Talagang napaisip ako. O nga no, Goa 66. Pwede rin. There are 66 people behind that name. Tapos dito naman kay nagkuha ng 3. Ano? I would even ask that chef myself. Bakit ka meron ito? Right? Well, I demand an explanation. Right? As a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, I demand an explanation. Why do you have all these very words on your restaurant's wall? Bakit? Why do you have this? Right? You gotta explain yourself. Right? Talagang, yeah. This episode has that deep dive factor. Surprisingly. Surprisingly. Okay? So, again, Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's episode 46. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Nice stuff. So, next episode has been teasered. Like I've been telling you guys, like I've been telling you mga ka-lifestyle, do not trust teasers that fast, that easily. So all we have to do now is wait for the next episode and watch it, right? Tandaan nyo, this episode 46, had that deep dive factor. So, probably means one thing, we're getting closer to the end of probably of season 1. Wow! Di ba makapagawa ng mabuti ka sa trying to keep it down kasi medyo late na tayo sa gabi. But anyway, did you see how the Moriartys screwed that screw job by the posers? Grabe. They went Robin Hood mode here, right? As Sherlock put it in the later part of the episode. Grabe. They actually beat the posers to the punch. Well, eventually, William and Louis took them out. 8 silang lahat na co-conspirators. Napatay silang lahat ni Louis at ni William. Ito nila magkapatid. Grabe. And an explosion to boot. So, made the bodies unrecognizable. So nahirapan sila Holmes at the Scotland Yard na to figure this whole thing out. So Sherlock had no choice but to go for the inopportune truth. Went for the obvious. Final scene. Well, on a lighter side, William rehires the Maestro, the original Jack the Ripper, as their butler. With much objection to Moran. I don't know why he's against this. Kasi nagtrabaho na bilang butler sa kanila ang mga ang matandang to sa mga Moriarty. So you shouldn't be surprised. I don't know what his problem is. Okay? So the episode ended on a lighter note. Right? But fact of the matter is, the Moriartys have a competitor. Okay, it was later revealed before the post credit scene, final scene. Overall, it's a fucking great episode. Grabe. When it came to the base, oh yeah, it was appropriately fast. Kasi everyone was in a race against their own time. Okay? The Moriartys included. They only have 1 hour, okay, to pull this all off. And so they did. Basehan nila ng oras yung pag-distract ni Maestro. Right? Kumbaga yun yung naging basehan nila sa oras eh. So they only had 1 hour to pull this off. And they succeeded. Right? So the pace was justifiably fast. Kasi sa oras lang eh. They really need to counter screw these posers. They really need to do a real screw job on these posers. Right? To preserve the good title of their mentor. Flow. First gear shift. Right? An extra 2 women were killed. That I think motivated William to implement the plan now. Instead of just wait for the Vigilance Committee and Scotland Yard to just kill each other. No. It cannot wait anymore. Second gear shift. The plan is set in motion. So Renfield, I always forget that old man's last name. Si Renfield, yung maestro. They call him maestro. Renfield posing as Jack the Ripper. Well, he is the original Jack the Ripper, so he has every right to use that. Slashes the neck of a cadaver, obviously, kasi yun ang plano. So as to piss off both the vigilantes and Scotland Yard. So both of them are now a united front. They're after him. They're both after him. So it took him 1 full hour to give them the runaround. Right? That's the second gear shift. The final gear shift came when William finally discovers the hideout of the original conspirators. The posers collectively known as Jack the Ripper. He found out of their hidden agenda. They are inciting a revolution in London. Nalaman, inofera mga si William na makisahan yung puwersa sa kanila eh. But, nope. William and Louis made it clear to them. What they're doing is below them. Excuse me. So again, the final gear shift came when William busted the whole conspirators collected as Jack the Ripper and tells them that their plan is below Moriarty standards. Yeah? Fight ensues. It's basically a 4-to-1 disadvantage for the brothers, but they proved otherwise. It was a massacre. Right? It was a massacre. Grabe ang kapatid na to. So, it's a fucking great episode. Another great episode from this. Wow. Okay. From one of the wildest animes I have ever seen. Right? From one of the wildest animes I've ever seen. Right? Galing. So, Moriarty the Patriot, second season, episode 5. My heart's beating. 2 thumbs up. Okay? 2 thumbs up. One of the most heart-stopping 2 thumbs up I've ever given. Why? Well, I'm having trouble describing it right now. I am having trouble reviewing this one because there's too much deep dive that went on in this episode. Alright? You really have to watch this episode with an open mind. You really have to open your brains. You really have to open your brain as much as, if you can, farm another brain for this episode alone. Which is fun. Which makes it fun. Kasi this is a totally new take, alright, on the whole Sherlock Holmes storyline, because we're seeing it through the eyes of the arch villain, William James Moriarty. Like I said in one of my reviews for season 1, okay, I remember that vividly. Talagang the creator, I forgot what the creator is. The creator of this whole thing, he really twisted the entire Sherlock Holmes story. No, initially reversed the storyline, reverse engineered the storyline to suit the arch villain. Then here in season 2 so far, it even twisted the entire Jack the Ripper storyline. Yeah, the creator has that privilege kasi up to now, nobody knows who Jack the Ripper really is. Right? No one knows. No one knows who Jack the Ripper really is. And up to now, it's probably the coldest case in human history. Right? It's the biggest cold case in human history. Jack the Ripper. Hanggang ngayon, wala pa nakakaalam kung sinong pumatay sa 5 babaeng yun. Okay? Nobody. Up to now, the identity of the real Jack the Ripper is yet to be uncovered. He is yet to be identified. So, the creator of Moriarty the Patriot took the liberty of twisting it for this anime, which turned out really well. Don't you think, guys? Don't you think, mga kalaitan? Turned out really well. Right? Ako, nagustuhan ko eh. Probably, this is my favorite arc of this anime. The Jack the Ripper arc. Right? Talagang, you really have to deep dive into this mini arc to really get what the Moriartys are driving at. Okay? What Team Moriarty is driving at. And of course, they are deliberately giving Sherlock Holmes another step closer to their to the identity of the Lord of Crime. Collectively, they are the Lord of Crime, ang mga Moriarty. So, thinking about it now, they really want to let Sherlock Holmes know who the Lord of Crime really is. I think Sherlock now knows who that is. Right? Pero hindi pa niya nako-confirm it. Right? Hindi pa niya nako-confirm. So again, Moriarty the Patriot, 2nd season, episode 5. 2 thumbs up. Heart-stopping 2 thumbs up. Title of the next episode has been teasered. Okay. Riot at New Scotland Yard. Okay. How will the Moriartys figure in this? We'll just have to find out by watching that episode. What an interesting episode, right? Tell you why. Kasi, of course, we all know Yoshida brought Goto over to his place. So, kita sila ni Sayo, ni Goto. Then, the two girls talked. And, well, he just came home na mukhang magka-vibes na yung dalawa eh. Then, well, sinabi na lang ni Goto when she parted ways with umuwi na siya, sabi niya, basically to take care of Sayo. Okay, for Yoshida to take care of Sayo. Okay. Final scene. It's actually a post-credit. I'm co-worker ni Sayu na mukhang hindi pa siya nakikita, mukhang nagkaka-interest na sa kanya. Intriga. Intriga mo tayo doon. Overall, it's a good episode. Okay, it's a good episode. The pace, but I gotta admit, it had its sleeper moments. Okay, but it's not slow enough to make me lose interest in this episode. The typical, the pace is for a typical romance anime. Yung pang romance anime talaga yung pace niya. But it had its sleeper moments, but it's not enough for me to completely lose interest in this episode. To lose faith in this episode. Right? The flow, I think the only gear shift I saw here was nung nakita nung bumalik si Yoshida na that Sayu and Goto are really enjoying each other's company. Okay, kasi they're giggling over makeup, or the usual girl talk. All right, the usual girl talk. So yun lang ang nakita kong gear shift dito. Right? And yung plot, I did not expect. What's that fucking girl's name? I know I forget. She's slowly becoming a forgettable character in this show. Yung isa niyang co-worker, it's not Goto, the other one. Right? I'm already 5 episodes into this anime. I still could not remember her name. Okay? Basta, hindi ko na-expect na makikita sila ni Yoshida this way. Pero, inamin niya that she has been stalking Yoshida all this time. Itong from the time na inuwi ni Yoshida si Goto, then up to the time na lumabas muna siya to buy the Godzilla. Right? You hear me now, Twitch, YouTube. Okay. So that was the plot was medyo maganda ang plot ngayon. Hindi ko na-expect na magkikita sila ng girl na yun ni Yoshida. I didn't expect Yoshida to see that girl talaga. Na yung pala, ini-stalk pala siya nito. Hindi ako na-orient doon. Right? Hindi ako na-orient doon. So, the plot was good. Okay? The plot this time was good. So, pace, flow, and plot, they actually came together in this episode. Right? So that's why it's a good episode. So, Higehiro episode 5. Tama pa rin. Tama pa rin. Bakit? Kasi something's missing in this anime. Right? It just couldn't be it just couldn't quicken the pace for a little bit, and there's not enough gear shifts. There's not enough gear shifts for me, and of course yung pace for me to give it the 2 thumbs. It's very first 2 thumbs up. Wala eh. Again, for the 5th episode, from the pilot up to this episode 5, wala eh. Ay, kulang pa rin eh. Right? Kulang pa rin. Pace-wise and flow-wise. Okay? The plot was really good. The plot was really good for this episode. It's probably the only reason why I still gave it the 1 thumb up. Okay? It's the only reason I can cite right now for the 1 thumb up, yung plot. Okay, talagang, I hindi ko talaga na-expect yun na makikita sila Yoshida at saka yung isang babaeng co-worker niya. Okay? I did not expect that. Right? And, like I said a while ago, guys, mga ka-lifestyle, it had a few sleeper moments. If this episode were more interesting than first time I watched it, I might have given it the 2 thumbs up. Pero medyo inantok ako sa sa conversation nila Goto and Sayo for a bit. Then yung conversation nila Yoshida at saka ng isa niyang female co-worker na halatang type siya eh. Alright? Ini-stalk nga eh. Right? Ini-stalk. Grabe. To the point na ini-stalk na siya. Right? If they picked up the pace a little bit, and if they added more gear shifts to this episode, I might have given it the 2 thumbs up. Pero for 5 episodes in, ito lang nakikita ko itong assessment ko so far. 5 episodes in, dito nagkukulang ang anime na to. The pace and the flow. Right? Yes, it is a romance anime. Pero, it should not have sleeper moments. For a storyline this good, okay, this novel, to Filipino standards, it is a novel storyline. Right? It is a novel storyline. So, dapat walang sleeper moments. Okay? Dapat walang sleeper moments ang ganitong klaseng anime. So, hanggang 1 thumb up lang talaga. So again, Higehiro episode 5, 1 thumb up. Better this one than a lower rating, right? So, title of the next episode has been teasered. Hanggang dun na. But based on the final scene, looks like we're gonna have a very interesting episode. I would love to see that unfold, right? How will Yoshida react to this guy's freshness? Mukhang presko mukong na to eh. Siguradong halata eh. Look on his face, mukhang popormahan si Sayo nito. Okay? Mukhang popormahan niya si Sayo. First time he's gonna meet her. So, we're gonna watch that. Wow! Alright. Tama ang ginagawa ko nung video sa episode 3. May masamang balak na ito si Hayase. Right? She loved March, Roma, and Fushi. Okay? He's no longer known as it. Okay? We're not going to call him Fushi. Oran hatches an escape plan, which led to the final scene. She was able to subdue, I think, one of the guards. These guys, first up, nakarating sa nila Fushi at March. And, on a side note, Oniguma is now officially dead. Okay? March and Fushi were trying to save him, but to no avail. Talagang succumb to his injuries. Okay? Remember, most of them infected mismo ni Fushi in wall form. Right? So, pati rin si Oniguma, gusto kong eksperimentuhan ni Hayase. Kasi, ang laki bear. Ang laki oso. So, that was the final scene. Right? Overall, great episode. Okay? When it came to the pace, ang tama lang. Kasi, Hayase's intent was center stage in this episode. Kasi, syempre, aamunin uwi na muna sila March at Corona. Okay. Binigay sa doon sila sa marketplace. Okay, sige. Binigay pinakain ng masarap. Yung pala, may sleeping potion pala na nakalagay doon sa pagkain. Even Fushi fell for it. Right? Maganda yung pacing. Led to their imprisonment. Meron Higehiro merciless experimentation on how immortal she is. You'll realize that she is an alien. He's not of this world. First leadership was Higehiro intent is now clear when she drugged March, Fushi, and Corona. So, ito na yung intent niya. Na-establish na yung intent niya. Second leadership, she started experimenting on Fushi's Moriarty. Ilang beses pinatay, ilang beses siyang it's unspeakable. It's unspeakable. So unspeakable that Fushi learned 2 new words. And a plot. Although, medyo, let's go back to the page. Medyo pinisa rin sa yung scene na experimento yung mortality ng Fushi. But the animators' brain space had a good point in speeding up this particular scene. You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to expound to that. Okay, we get the point. Okay, everyone gets the point. He's being tortured. Okay, his immortality is being used here. Hindi dapat just not being assessed to let the viewers know that he's being treated this way. Okay? Tama lang yun. Right? So the plot was properly done. It's humanely done. It was humanely done. That's more accurate term for it. Okay? So, it's well done. As humanely as possible. Right? So, yeah. Good, it's a great episode. Great episode. So, to your return to episode 4. Thumbs up, guys. It's because mainly of the pacing of this episode. Kasi, probably, you don't have to shove it down the viewers for what they're doing to Fushi. Alright? Just a quick scene on how inhuman these young guys are. Especially sa Higehiro. Right? Talagang hindi mo kailangang extend this association. Okay? Pahapyaw lang. Kumbaga. So, tama lang yung pacing ng episode. Just the fact that it was humanely done. It's because of the pacing that the plot was humanely done. Okay? Brain space went talagang they were empathic in this episode. Okay? They were empathic with this episode pala. Kasi there's been enough death and destruction in these last 2 episodes that you don't have to shove it down the viewer's throat. Okay? So I think their mindset was right. Okay, we now get it. So, yung Walang yan. Ano eh. Grabe yung pahirap yung shit. And so much as to learn the words, it hurts. Doon pa nasasabi mo na talagang he doesn't agree with what they did. Right? And he also agreed to he also disagrees with how they are treating, how they treating he was never dead. March did their best to make that feel better, pero wala naman yun. He's up to his injuries. Parang this goes to show you how cruel these young are. Right? So it's time to leave that place. Okay? It's time to leave that place. So again, to the episode 4 the next episode I have teasered, and okay, it's like she's going to learn a new form now. Okay, I'm excited. So, what is new form will look like? Well, I hope Hayase pays for her friends in the next episode. Right? It was not Mr. Fushi, much less Higuma. Okay? And probably in the episode we're going to see the bill gets we are going to see that bill gets